Welcome back to the Brandon T. Adams audio experience. I'm Brandon T. Adams, and this is episode 75. And today I want to talk about consulting for equity. I want to dive into this topic that I've been doing for years now that not many people even know about. It's a way to really build out your wealth without having to actually invest your own money. Consulting for equity in the simplest form is taking your area of expertise, your knowledge, and consulting with other companies, in return getting equity, getting warrants, options in the company, stock in the company, and using your talents to build wealth, to get a piece of a company without having to actually put money into it. Now, I first want to say I am not an accountant or CPA. Please talk to them on just the tax circumstances that happen when you're getting equity in companies or warrants and all that stuff. What I know how to do is I know how to package up knowledge and resources to bring value to companies to, in return, gain equity, gain stock in the company, and even get paid in the process to help grow the company and build your wealth in the process. So consulting for equity. And it's beyond just sharing your knowledge. It's actually your network. Look at your network. Who in your network can help the company achieve goals, those great connections. It could be part of your brand. How can you leverage your brand, your audience, to bring value to the company, to help them get more deals, to help them raise money, to help them get connections they need to make their life easier, which allows them to grow the company. So you're leveraging your knowledge, your brand, your connections, and resources that you can bring to the table to bring value to the company, to help it reach a higher valuation, to help it make more money. In return, you're going to get a piece of the company. And now the liquidation event would happen when either the company goes public, the company sells, or maybe there's a round where people, investors, or shareholders like yourself can sell off some of your stock to other people that want to invest. So in the simplest form, that's what it is. If you're looking at anything you're doing, if you're trying to get, let's say, your first consulting for equity deal, for one, I would just say come to one of our workshops. We do this. I have a workshop I do in 2024. We'll be doing this a couple of months in different cities between Nashville and Florida. And I go over building your brand, but also consulting for equity and generating extra revenue streams. Highly would suggest going to one of them. Just go to brandonTadams.com/workshop. But looking just my own personal experience, what I did is my area of expertise early on was crowdfunding. I understood how to help people raise money through the crowd. And then I got into more video production and marketing. And then I started putting on events and building connections. And then also building connections with high net worth individuals and also people of influence. So all those things, what I did is put them together, and I had value to bring to a company. So for one, crowdfunding, I know how to raise money. Companies are looking to raise money. Video production is powerful for a company because it really can help them communicate their story easier. Video is a way to grow the business, to get more customers. So I share that knowledge. Some of the companies I'm a consultant in, consulting for advisory or investor in, I go to shoots and I help them do a shoot. And that's me providing my area expertise and time to provide value to the company, to create a video asset that can help them scale their marketing, help them scale getting more clients in the door. And then you look at all the events I do. Some of the companies I'm an investor in or consultant with, those people, CEOs or founders, actually get to speak on my stages. I created a platform for them to talk about their business, to talk about what they're doing, which results in them either getting more clients, which results in them getting more money raised for their company. So again, that's the platform side. Or some of the things I do is I help get the right dream team to a board. You look at some of my connections over the years. Because I have these connections, my connections are going to be more likely to get involved with the company that's coming to me because they have trust in me. These connections believe in me. And if I'm a part of it, they trust me, they're going to be more likely to get involved with it. So bringing different celebrities or influential people to the table. So at the end of the day, it's purely you providing your time, your knowledge, and your resources for a company. In return, getting a piece of the company. And so I've been doing this now. I have dozens of companies that I have equity in from doing consulting for equity. And now I do a combination of investing or consulting for equity or both sometimes, getting two bites of the apple. It's a load of fun. I love seeing products. I love seeing different companies in different industries and really helping them grow out their message, grow out their brand, build and scale their brand, but also increase their revenue and help people in the process. And so that's a big passion of mine. And if you're looking to get into consulting for equity, the starting place is write down all of your areas of expertise. Write down all the connections you have. Write down who would be the ideal company or person that you could really help them grow. And then once you know what you have to bring to the table, and then once you know who those people are that you can help, who those companies are, then you know who to approach. And then once you have built out your brand, it makes it easier to get these kinds of deals. I'm going to give you a couple examples of consulting for equity deals. And I don't know this by asking the question, but I do know this is basically the best consulting for equity example I can share. So you look at Ryan Reynolds, Mint Mobile, or his aviation gym. I don't know if Ryan Reynolds specifically put his own money into the company. I'm guessing he probably didn't have to, but what did he do? He provided his talent, his audience, his marketing abilities with his brand, him as Ryan, and he did commercials promoting Aviation Gym, promoting Mint Mobile, and in return the company grew the valuation. Now, I don't know what the total amount of equity he had in that company, but as that grew and eventually he sold it, he was able to take a lot of chips off the table. He made a lot of money from that. He exchanged his brand and his consulting in return for equity. You look at Dwayne Johnson, his tequila company. I believe that company is worth about $5 billion right now. I think he has 30% equity in the company. On paper, that makes him a billionaire. And so he's providing his massive audience, his face to go on camera and shoot videos for commercials, and his resources that he has to get equity in a company. And so, again, just another example of a talent brand that provided their audience, provided their brand, provided their knowledge to the table to get equity in the company. I know those are very big examples with big influencers, big actors, but this can happen. You could do this today. If you have expertise, I've seen graphic designers do this. I've seen salespeople do this. I've seen lawyers do this. They provide their unique knowledge and talent to the table in return to a company. In return, they get equity in the company. And so you could do this today. You literally could start doing this today. It is how I've built my wealth up over the years. I learned this from my mentor, Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank. And he showed me, hey, a lot of people are asking him for money to invest in companies, and we still invest in companies. But one time he said, hey, I'm not going to invest. And they came back and said, the founder said, well, what if we actually gave you equity and gave you money for your time, and we want to use your network and your likeness to help grow the business? And that's really where the aha moment came for consulting for equity. And it's been happening for years, but not many people talk about it. I started doing a lot of consulting for equity for myself, through companies I'm a part of, and with Kevin Harrington as well. So it's a load of fun. I enjoy it. To sum this up, provide value, provide your knowledge, provide your resources, in return, get equity in the company, get stock, get options. Now you're probably wondering, how much do I ask for? Well, that's a loaded question, and that's a whole nother episode. And actually, I'm going to make you go to one of our workshops to hear the answer to that, because that is something I've been mastering over the last few years here, understanding what you ask for, how you actually get that over months, over years, the different bonuses you can get along the way. There's a lot of negotiation. There's a lot of creative ways to do it, but it's definitely possible. So this is the episode on consulting for equity. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to email me, Brandon@BrandonTAdams.com, with anything you learned about this, what you liked about it, or send me a message on social media @BrandonTAdams. And I'm excited for your journey with consulting for equity. And if you get your first gig, your first consulting for equity deal from this podcast show, please let me know, because I would love to hear from you. I hope you guys have a good day.